I didn't want that to get caught. We was going live. We live, pal. What's going on, brother? Today on Reason of Wrestling,
What's
we
up?
will
What's up? We
be.
live today. Are you wrestling?
Shit. I think we're gonna be talking about. We gonna be talking about Maxine Dupri,
Yeah.
and Candice LeRae. That feud. Also, we're just gonna be talking about women in general.
We're
You know what I'm
talking about
saying?
the
Like,
ladies today.
yeah,
The ladies in
we
love.
we not done with March. We're not done with International Women's Month. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So shout out to ladies. We got a lot of women talk that we want to talk about.
Mhm.
Also we gotta talk about the road to WrestleMania smoothing itself out. I go back on what I said a couple weeks ago. And also AEW. I think you're doing some things well. Chidi says
It's okay. That and more on Reasonable Wrestling. Let's get to it. Let's drive the drop, man.
yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's Ida Most High, the joint roller Ayatollah here. And I'm with my tag team partner, CT, aka Chitty Bang. What's happening with your brother?
What's good, niggas? What's good, fellas? What's good, ladies? We are here bringing you the underground of professional wrestling podcast, Reasonable Wrestling Podcast. If you don't know, now you know. Check us out on RW Podcast One on Twitter. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere else as Reasonable Wrestling Podcast. If you're listening on SoundCloud, iTunes, all the places where podcasts are podcasters, thank you for listening. And if you're here with us live on YouTube, thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, follow us, do all that good shit so we can increase our audience, get this out to more people. You know, maybe one day get a sponsor. Wow, that'd be crazy, right? But yeah, let's get into the week that was at Professional Wrestling. We wanted to touch on a couple of things.
Sponsor. Let me turn into Uncle. Turn into Uncle Shannon. Let me get some of them blue diamonds. Let me get some of them. Let me get some power pills. You know what I'm saying? Yo, come on, man. Hook us up. Blue Chew. Blue Chew, Manscaped. Fuck with your boys. You know what I'm saying? We do all
Yeah,
that masculine stuff over here.
yeah, I'm with it too, for sure. You know, we can do all that good shit, but it's not about the man stuff today. We're gonna talk about the
No.
ladies stuff real quick. We'll get to the man stuff down the line. We're gonna talk about the ladies first. First and foremost, let's talk about this storyline going on with Maxine Dupree, uh, part of Maxine, part of American. I'm about to say American Alpha Academy, with Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa. A couple weeks ago, where do you want to be with this? Let's see. A couple weeks ago, let's start from a couple weeks ago when we talked. We talked about her being booed, right? And how that conversation with me and you went. You thought I was a little bit harsh because hey, people should be able to come to the bat for their own, coworkers, But I'm like, yeah, but this is a part of the entertainment industry being booed. It's part of the craft. So I think that you got to have some tough skin. Move fast forward, and I was like, this is gonna give this. I said this is an opportunity for her to have some character development and growth. Fast forward from that show to Monday of that week. She's in a tag team match. It's Maxine and Ivy Nile versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. And Maxine goes to do her infamous backwards warm, and she does it. And mind you, she can only do it backwards because when she does it forward, it's a complete mess. But she can hit that shit backwards really well. She does that, and before she can hit her, finish her maneuver on that move to Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae steps in. She's like, what are you doing? Like, you gonna really do this to us? Like, this, you're a fucking joke. Like, pretty much cursing her out, saying this is why you're not good. That's why you get booed. That's why the woman, if you think that the fans don't like you, you should figure out, you should find out what the girls think about you. This is why, you're a disgrace, and she took it a little bit further, a lot further, because I did not expect this. But then she said, your brother, you're kind of like her dead brother would be ashamed of her performances. And Maxine, she's selling it, she's distraught. She tries to leave the ring. Indy catches her with a super kick, pins her 1, 2, 3. And Candice is like, first Candice is like, yo, pin that bitch. Like, she's telling Indy, like, yeah, because Indy's like, what just happened? And she's like, no, pin her. So she pins her. They win it. Candice is all happy. All right, boom. So clearly, after that, the talk was like, what are they doing? Like, why are they bringing this up? Why are they bringing up her rest in peace, her brother who passed, and this, and people thought they went too far. Chris, what's your take on it then, and what's your take on it now?
It's the same. I still don't like it. I didn't think it was necessary. I didn't think it was necessary. I still don't think it's necessary. If you want a character development saying you're bad, that's why the girls don't like you, that's fine. Once you bring dead relatives up and shit like that, like, again, I know the whole story with Cody and everything is about his dad. I don't like that as a trope. Like, bro, my man got to live with that shit every day, bro. Like, just because y'all worked with the man, like, that's that man's father, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to want to dust these kids and everything like that, like, that's been had. Like, stop bringing up your man's dead relative. Now, again, in the living terms, right? When Samoa Joe's doing Hey Wendy to AJ's wife, right? Even now, Roman to Cody's mom. You know what I'm saying? Rey Mysterio and Dominic, don't disrespect your mom. The living aspect of it all, okay. I can go with that. It all depends on the taste and what it is we're doing. I know WWE does the Special Olympics and everything, so I know they won't even go down that road of doing anything with anybody disabled or anything like that. So I trust them with that. But the dead relatives things, man, I just don't vibe with it. I don't vibe with it.
I respect where you're coming from, but what do you say to the whole gimmick of Christian Cage in AEW and what he's done and how he's gotten over being the patriarch? Like, that is legitimately a good stick. Like, I think it's worked, but you might not fuck with it. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Because it's worked.
I don't. It hasn't worked in the ass. This is what I'm saying. Like, we talk about sophisticated storytelling a lot, right? And character development of Christian, where he's just a really despicable human being, but him targeting people who lost their fathers as a basis for your entry to a story, it's lame. It's lame. It's low hanging fruit. It's not even quote unquote lowest common denominator, my nigga, because the common denominator I got with this man is that he lost his dad and now we about to bond over this kid. Like, bro, that like, I'm not trying to bring, like, from what I understand, Christian gave out the address to the cemetery, right? And I don't know. I didn't do my research. I'm just not in the. But when Christian cut that promo on Daniel Garcia, I know Daniel gotta go. But bro, you can get me angry without having to do all that. So back to the Maxine situation. I'm sorry to divulge with that. To the Maxine situation, if Candice just left it at, the fans are booing you because you're trash, we can ride that story out all the way through. You feel me? And the reason why we're saying that we can ride that all the way through is because we would then have to see the evolution of Maxine Dupri grow as a wrestler, as a performer, as a storyteller. All we're doing right now is seeing Maxine go through grief on camera, and that shit ain't nice.
Okay. Um, you know, I hear you, and I respect where you're coming from, brother. I do. I respect it. Um, I also have a problem with it. Lo and behold, I don't think it's necessary personally, but I don't mind it if it's done with tact. The way they're doing it with Candace, it doesn't seem like there's tact involved in with it. Like I don't mind the Dusty stuff. I don't mind the Christian Cage stuff because I think that to some degree has been done with thought. I think this was just kind of like came out of nowhere, you know. Does Maxine's story need this to give her sympathy? I don't know if it does. I don't think it does, but I think it has worked.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Especially if you're not doing what they're doing. And this is what I'm trying to say. I love that they're putting Ivy now in a situation where she's not just the Creed brothers ballet manager crew type. Like she's carving out her own. When she was in the Rumble and was in there with Jordan Grace, and we saw a little glimpse of, okay, this is the pit bull that we come to kind of like expect her to grow into. Bro, her coming to save Maxine, that does wonders for Maxine. Like Maxine getting berated. Ivy now already has they was in a tag match. They lost the tag match. So they already have it. Like, you did what you did to my friend. You called her trash. You called her whack. You called her weak. You said that she can't wrestle. Boom. We lost the tag match. This whole extra, your brother dead, and I didn't mean what I said, but I mean that you was. And again, if we go back and and this is what I'm sorry to hang up on this. If they don't bring up the passing of her brother, her late brother, and we go back to she just hurt Maxine's feelings, because that's the basis of the storyline here, right? Maxine's feelings gets hurt. She's fragile. That don't cut it in this business.
Yeah. I like that.
That's fine. Yeah, I can rock with that.
Yeah.
I can. And when Candace comes back, I'm saying eliminate the brother, right? When she comes back this Monday. And when she comes back and she said, I apologize for hurting your feelings, but hey man, you are bad, right? And we needed this win, right? And you wasn't finna hit no worm on my
no. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Because listen, Candace,
like you trash.
No. Once you go there, there's no apologies. I think once Candace turns that, she's listen, stand on your business.
Well, I would say
next week they did a match with Caden Catanzaro and Casey Carter. I know I fucked the names up, but they keep changing their names. But Lacey and Casey and Caden.
Lacey and Caden is where shit. Lacey and Casey should really be it. Like, that's so easy.
Yeah.
Lacey and Casey, the party girls.
I would be perfect, honestly. But there was an injury angle with Casey, and then Candace tagged herself and used that as an opportunity to send a single leg crab and just make her tap. And this ruthless side to her, I want to see persist.
Well, I would say, I'm so sorry. I'll let you give. I would say this to just tie into your point. If you say it's not necessary, I hear you on that. The only reason why I say I like the character change, to your point of Candace, the slow build of it, because we know her as the Pixie Princess. When she did what she did to Maxine, it was brought. Casey and them came to Indy in the Raw exclusive after the show. It was like, hey, what's up with that? And Indy being the middle, talking to Ken, like, yo, I don't know what got into Candace, because Indy not all the way on it. So back to your point, for Candace to get a talking to by Indy, apologize, say that she don't apologize, get pushed out by Ivy, then goes and do what she did to Casey and Casey. I like that kind of structure of Candace because it's just so rushed.
Yeah, I think that all in all, what I'm taking from, because I'm a Candice LeRae fan, And I also like Maxine, but I think this is an opportunity for Candace more than anything to kind of like go
Absolutely.
on her own and
Absolutely.
finally, really take off. But for Maxine, I think it is going to garner her sympathy. Like this is the most talked about she's ever been, and Candace too, to be fair. And I think, does it suck that it had to do that? They had to do it that way? Because obviously there's different ways to do it. Yeah, I think it does, but I don't think that they did it without the approval of Maxine. I don't think that they should have done it either way, though. I do think that there is something that should be sacred with death. I don't think that it should be used a certain way, but then we've been doing this the entire time wrestling. They've used Eddie a million times in storylines, going back to Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton, at WrestleMania, like all that type of stuff, like it's been used so many times to get over a character that's still alive, or a wrestler that's still alive. And I think that it's a trope that's not new. So I don't want to be like, oh my God, what are they doing? Like, oh my God, but because at the end of the day, no one's being hurt if Maxine is approving to it, because if she's okay with it, then that's
true.
the case.
That's true. And I like that they haven't stuck on it either, right? I think we're doing more of the. And I'll add to that. Like I'll to the people that's watching, I'm doing more of staying on something that happened 2-3 weeks ago, rather than understanding and talking about the evolution of the story. So let me talk about the evolution of the story. Maxine was defended by Ivy Now. Ivy Now is seen as a person that is going to be like, no, that's not how we do it over here, especially not with my purpose, not my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like not with my home girl. Now that really does put Indy in a situation, because Indy and Candace got this relationship that where it ain't just gonna be Ivy and Maxine that ever pull up on Candace Dola. You feel me? So now we get to see, is Indy gonna go her good girl way, thumbs up, and we get a split, or do we got a tag team with Candace and Indy? So I like the progression.
And I like it a lot too, because this is the women's tag division, bro. This is what we want for them. Like some storyline without the titles, mind you, are involved. The titles are not involved in this tag team storyline, and the women's tag division has actual tag teams. So I'm here to see how things develop and move, but it could end up in splits. A split happening. But if that turns into Candice LeRae getting more of a push, I'm for it, because I'm a fan of her as a singles wrestler. I remember her and Io tearing it up in New York. Oh my goodness, they were phenomenal.
Amazing.
Candice
and Tegan, right? The street fight wasn't that?
Candice and Tegan, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, so it's a thing where I can see Candice being a future Money in the Bank, champion off of this heel run that she'll be going off of. Although I like Indy Hartwell too, and I think her and Indy can make a good tag team. Has their moment as a tag past them, where hey, maybe they should split and see what they got as single stars? I don't know.
I think what's very much telling about what we're talking about right now is the fact that 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the show, the women's storyline from Raw this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And this is the depth of the women's division, right? Because now we can spring into the Raw's women's title match. We're talking about the last women's standards match. We can talk about SmackDown women. We can talk about NXT women. We can talk about AEW women. But we started off with So with that being said, women are so where do you want to go next with the discussion?
Let's keep it with Raw for a second. Let's talk about the last women's standing match. I enjoyed it. I did.
Tomato.
Relax. I enjoyed it, but I do think the finish was a little bit telegraphed, and I think it could have been done a lot better. We knew what was going to happen, because Becky's not losing a last women's standing match going into WrestleMania to face for the championship week. But I enjoyed the match itself, though. I think that Nia is incredibly. She's improved tremendously. I think she knows exactly who she is in that ring and what she's there to do, and her bullying Becky throughout the beginning of the match and everything, and I loved it. So and then getting the fans involved and interacting with the fans and getting that heat on herself. I think Nia's at a different level right now. So I do want to see her. Honestly, I might be like, Nia should take the title off of. I think Nia should take the title off of Rhea, like low key, like not at WrestleMania, but like down the lines. Is Nia the one? And that's what I'm thinking. Is Nia the one? Because I don't think anybody other than Nia can do it. I don't think anybody other than Nia on the Raw Women's Roster as it stands right now could possibly take that title off of Rhea Ripley.
So you with me? Becky need to lose at Mania.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, air high fives here, brother.
Listen, I love Becky and all, but this is not her moment. This is the moment for her to get over a established champion in WrestleMania. This is not a Becky congratulatory moment. No, you're not better than Rhea. Not yet. I mean, no. I think Becky's no. Let me be real. Let me say that again. Becky is one of the best women talents of all time ever. But as far as the moment itself, it's Rhea's moment. If you say about wrestling itself, they're pretty much. I think there's an argument to be made who's better. I think that Becky might be a little bit better based off of experience and what she's been able to do with the classic match she's had. I think I will put Becky above Rhea as far as ring out.
And the stories, the multiple stories, Trish, Tiffany, Nia. Now you know what I'm saying. Like
exactly. She knows how to tell a story and to have it pay off at the match and it be an incredible match. So I got to give Becky the edge, but it just doesn't make much sense to give Becky the moment at WrestleMania right now. So I'm going with Rhea. Yeah, I'm going with Rhea. But we're gonna see how this develops going into. I think going into WrestleMania, there's so much people that are going to be missing or like not involved in matches that surely do deserve to be in a match, like the Liv Morgan and Nia Jax situation. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out for actual moment at WrestleMania.
That's why I wanted you to finish. I'm sorry because I didn't let you finish. I just interrupted. When you asked about the finish, I would have rather it be telegraphed the other way. Now I know Becky has to get it on her own, right? But Liv had to have been included in that finish. Like to me, right? If we're talking about storytelling, one interrupted one's match, one interrupted another match involving Nia. A last woman standing match would have gave you the legitimate out. Nobody's coming to help Nia. This is not the situation where we're talking about with Candice LeRae, right? Candice LeRae ended up getting a little squabble with two. We know she got somebody coming. This is a situation where Nia could have got beat down, pinned down, thrown a table on top of her, and it could have been something where Liv can say, I'll see whoever's next type situation, walk away. Rhea still could have had their moment, and Nia can come for vengeance after Liv, so we can have a little bit more layer to the storytelling after that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I think they wanted to give that moment to Becky.
Absolutely.
A strong moment going without any like. So that's why they had a moment backstage. Liv was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to interfere in this. Like go out there and do your thing. But I get next kind of thing, So they had a little backstage, like, interaction, her and Becky. But yeah, not only on the women's side, I think they're on the men's side too. We don't know what's going on with Shinsuke, who's been great thus far. We don't know what's going on with Bobby Lashley. So like there's certain people that are going to WrestleMania. I feel like, man, it's going to be hard to see where they fit in, but all in all, they deserve WrestleMania backlash moment at the very least, let's hook them up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Rhea, and here's the thing. I'm at this point with Rhea and Becky, it's kind of like with Roman and Cody, which I've kind of I have a problem with both of these storylines, and like we need to bring it back to home base. It's not about Rock and Seth Rollins anymore, and it's not about Liv and Nia anymore. Now let's go back and zoom in on the actual match. It's about Rhea versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Now, for the next couple of weeks, that's all I want to hear y'all talk about.
Now, on your side, now to make pivots to stay where we're at, I want to put a pin in when you asked, is Nia the one for a women's championship opportunity? And I posed the question about another woman being involved in another woman's title picture. Is she the one to make? So I want to put a pin in that. But while I do that, where we was just at, where you said you wanted to scope in on the title picture and the story telling of the title. Cody and Roman had a promo where we knew that it was kind of going to end up where nobody was going to keep their word, and I love that. Right.
I didn't know that because I didn't know if Cody was like going to be like,
okay.
I didn't know if Cody's going to be the guy who's going to be like the honorable man. Like, hey, I keep my word, shake my hand, Paul Heyman, and show up by myself and get my.
Oh, you shake your hand with Paul Heyman, you just wipe that bitch off. That shit don't count. That shit did not count.
Yeah. So I didn't know. So, I did like at the end of it all, we realized, oh, they really don't trust each other. They had their people, in the back. I thought that was a cool touch, but I wasn't a fan of the promos. Both of them.
Both promos are trash.
I'm at the point where Cody, where I'm like, yo, you got to talk some real shit, dog. Like, I'm tired of you giving props to The Rock. I'm tired of you giving props to Roman. Enough of that. We've seen they can do that themselves. Don't say how you used to be a fan of The Rock when he just disrespected you and your mom. Don't ever do that. Don't ever give props to Roman.
This is what I told you last week.
Roman cheated you last year. And you're going to sit here and act like he's like this great champion and like, hey, I'm just going after it again. Dude, let's talk your shit. He would not have beat you without the bloodline. Say that to his face. He cannot beat you without his cousins. Say it. Make it known. Why is he sitting here playing this political, position of like being a diplomat all the time? There's some truth to that. Yo, you need to have a fucking backbone, bro, Cody. Like, I like Cody a lot, but it comes to a point where you talk your shit, bro. You got to come out there and say, listen, I am the son of Dusty Rhodes, and I am the man to become the first Rhodes champion, and I'm going to do that. No, hey, maybe I won't finish the story. No, what the fuck are you talking about? Maybe you won't finish the story. Don't sit here and give any doubt to that. After last year, when you had him right where you wanted him, hit him with the crossroads 3 times and got screwed. This is the facts, bro. Why can't we bring it up? Why can't we say that? At that point when he came out,
you know why? Because what the other people are saying about him is true. Okay, we grew up in the era, right? You from New York, you went to the fucking corner stores, you got the mixtape, you put the mixtape in there, and what the song say? I smell pussy. Is that you, Cody? I smell pussy. Is that you, Cody?
Oh man, nah, we can't do that to our
guy. Y'all niggas Cody, is pussy. That nigga pussy, dog. I told you that last week. That crying shit, ain't nobody trying to. I was Team Rock. I told you, bro.
You were Team Cody until
he got in the man's face. And what that nigga do? He came out there in a suit. I told you. Why you coming out there in suits still? Yo niggas got on hoodies and sneakers and ready to get it in. Even Roman Reigns coming in with Jordans, cuz.
He's ready for war. They're ready for war. And Cody's coming in like a damn politician trying to be nice and that shit. And I like that. I like he's being himself. But my thing is that when you cross a certain line, there should be a backlash to that. And the way he's positioned, it's like Cody had Seth talking for him before. Then they come to this program, this promo with Roman, and essentially Roman is talking about Seth. Cody is talking about The Rock. When neither of those guys are going to be in the main event of night 2. This is not about Cody and Rock and Seth anymore. This match is happening, regardless of anything, regardless of how we got here. This is happening night 2. At this point, it's about me and you, Roman. You know that I had you beat last year. You know that I had to fight and crawl my way back to winning the Royal Rumble. I wasn't drafted to the same brand as you. I had to fight and claw myself through Brock Lesnar, Shinsuke Nakamura, through the fucking Judgment Day, and win the Royal Rumble to get back to where I'm at here. I earned this spot. No, it wasn't just handed to me like we hand things to your cousin, The Rock. I earned this again. And this time, I'm not going to let history repeat itself. That should be the story going forward. I don't know why.
Stalker, bro. After you just told that story, bro, that's a stalker, bro.
No,
they created a whole nother championship over there for you to battle for over there. He called the nigga number 2. He was over there. That's just Roman said it. Roman said, "Yo, this line ain't no line. There's no line." You know what I'm saying? We doing the same thing the other company did to him before. I mean, you know, listen. World championships are aloof.
I just want him to show some backbone. I like in AEW, they wanted him to turn heel so bad, the fans, and I was like, yeah, it probably should have turned heel in AEW. I just want Cody in WWE to just have that backbone. Like when he said he's hunting the bloodline a couple weeks ago, that was cool, but then we haven't seen nothing with that same cup of.
But that's I love what you. But Roman said that though. This is what I'm trying to say. Remember, I came to the point. I'm like, yo, once you say you hunting, nigga, that's what I mean. I'm repeating myself now, right? Once you say you hunting a nigga, once you rip your shirt off, you get on that rope, you tell him I'm hunting you. You need to leave the suits at home. You need to actually leave the baby at home.
That ain't no hunting gear,
bro. That ain't hunting gear, bro. That ain't hunting gear. That ain't hunting gear to me. That's not hunt. Where I'm from, and my nigga from Georgia, he should know what hunting gear is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
this is wartime, and you should be on a pivot.
Bro, you know what's gonna pop me? Hold on, you know what's gonna pop me? I'm sorry, you know what's gonna pop me? He gonna come out in a black cutoff shirt, sleeves, blue jeans, cowboy boots, and a buckle, and I'm gonna shed a dusty tear for that nigga. Now, if he do that for me, he can erase all his sins. You feel me? Because to me, that's his daddy showed us what ass kicking attire was. His dad showed us whether it was WCW, NWA. Hell, I watched fucking MLW matches, TNA matches, where he came out, and if it was a fight to be had, it was a fight that he was going to let you know it was going, like, that is what's missing from the intangible of the story.
And he can do it. It's not like Cody doesn't have it in him. I remember
Absolutely.
Cody had promos in the past before the first All In. You know, I think that he had a promo on Dustin, and he was like, "Yo, Dustin, like I'm here to end the Attitude Era." Like it was him talking about ending the Attitude Era by taking out his brother, and it was online. It was not like on TV. It was like just a promo you put out on YouTube or something, and the dude has it. He has that dark side he can go to. You know, he's done it before, or that, you know, that gritty side. You know, he's not a bitch. He's not a pussy. Like, we know he can take a beating, and he can wrestle with a torn, pectoral. He has a toughness to him. You know, he's down to bleed, go through a freaking burning table. He has a toughness to him in that ring. But we don't hear that on the mic when you're talking to the Rock and Roman. You having Seth talk for you, and then you get in front of Roman and you want to give him all this praise and props and say, "Oh, what about the Rock? He's a fighter." Like, what the fuck? This is about you and Roman, bitch. Like, what the fuck are we talking about the Rock right now for? Like, I don't get that. Like, why do we have to bring up the Rock and Seth Rollins all the time when they're not the main event? The main event night one, cool. We sold that already. Night one, we've already put mad attention through the press conference till now about that. Now, give me what is the substance of Roman versus Cody Rhodes defending his championship with Cody Rhodes in the main event of night two. That's what I want to see. I get it. Tag team match, you're gonna set that up. But they didn't give that to me on SmackDown, and that's what I'm saying. Like, now we got a couple weeks. We'll see where it goes. But I want more focus given on to the actual matches, the one-on-one matches that we're going to see, like the Becky and Rhea, the Cody and Roman, the Io and Bailey. I want to bring those back home. And I know you
not,
got.
not yet.
I know where you're going.
You did a great segue there, brother. That's a tag team right there, brother. What a rush. Okay, so you were talking about what you want to see. And we're talking about this show as a whole, a SmackDown, what we want to see. What I saw on SmackDown was Jade Cargill's vignette. Right? Beautiful. Smoking. You know, and Jim Carrey's smoking, you know, whatever. She is exclusive to SmackDown now. What we also have saw has been passings in the backstage area of EO, Damage Control, and Jade Cargill. What we also saw was a beatdown the past 2 weeks of Damage Control over Bayley and Naomi, Damage Control over Bianca and Naomi. So I'm assuming at some point in time it's going to be Bayley, Bianca, Naomi, but there's still one short. So what I would like to see that I haven't saw is Jade Cargill making her debut in something that's tag oriented, right? So, you know, something hot spot, come in, do a pump kick, flex, all that shit. Her and Bianca can do a fucking double team power move together. Like, get the juices flowing. Like, I think that they need a fourth, right? If it's Damage Control and they got their three, and I would like to see Jade entrance into that. That's what I would like.
All right, I hear you. So what we're doing now is we're taking Jade from AEW, putting her in a PC, giving her a Royal Rumble spot, and directly to WrestleMania. Wow, that's pretty.
This all depends. So this goes back to what I'm saying. Like, if there causes to be the rest of Damage Control, when we saying people who need to be on WrestleMania, stuff like that, we talked about the Bobbies that's missing it, the Shinsuke's that's missing it.
Yeah,
Bianca can't miss WrestleMania, bro.
Yeah, she can't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do the Stephen A. Let me do this. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She can't miss WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Bianca has. So if we're talking about the rest of Damage Control possibly being in a six-way tag or something like that,
yeah, exactly.
You know,
I was thinking before a couple weeks ago, I was like, what if Jade Cargill and Bianca face, the Kabuki Warriors for a tag team championship at WrestleMania? And the way I booked it was the Kabuki Warriors go over and Jade Cargill turns on Bianca, and Bianca be like, listen, I've been undefeated at WrestleMania and you messed up my undefeated streak. And that would have been incredible. Bianca heel turn on WrestleMania. That's interesting. I don't know about that. I mean, I think Bianca could be, we all know she can be a great heel if you saw her in NXT. But the thing about that is that she's such an ambassador right now that I'm not sure if they're going to do that yet.
That's true. That is true.
Like, they'll make it where she does all the stuff she does with WWE as an ambassador. They like having her forefront, all the commercials she does as a babyface. I think that's what they're doing. If she does turn heel, I'm here for it. Are you calling it? All right,
yeah, you calling it. All right, yo, pull up on the pod after WrestleMania.
Yeah, pull up on the pod for sure. I think we're likely now to see a six-woman tag. Naomi, Bianca, Jade, versus Dakota,
Ooh.
Io, and Asuka. Dakota, Kyrie, and Asuka.
That picture, do you know what that picture, all that blackness gonna look like, all that sweet milk, buttery, rich chocolate gonna look like? God damn, okay.
They're all incredibly beautiful. Definitely, I think it's a dream team right there. If without being, but I just think that Bianca and Jade, can they coexist? As the stars, because they both have this massive star aura around them.
That can lead to the downfall of, because I don't think Damage Control needs to go under, right? I think that would, if we're also talking about the situation where Bianca's telling the story of I don't trust Bayley.
Yeah.
Naomi, you my girl. Naomi's like, B, you my girl. And she like, if that's you, that's you. You like it, I love it. Like that's a black woman's proverbs. You know what I'm saying?
I said what I said. You know, I don't trust it. This is what I feel, and that's it. And you know, I get it, and I think that's perfect for Bianca because you don't want to just because Bayley is a babyface now, just automatically trust her. I think that keeps it honest about her history with Bayley. They have honestly, Bayley's one of her biggest rivalries in her career up to this point. So I'm with it.
And going back to what you said about can Jade and Bianca coexist, I think this will go back to the mixture of the heel and what you're talking about, keeping her honest and straight and narrow, and be like, she know Jade is coming for her. Like she know Jade is coming for her spot, right? So there's no when we talk about Cody being deferential to The Rock and Roman and saying Bianca ain't got no problem saying you're a great athlete, you're a great look, you great addition, but I am still the EST, and I think that will always be something that will be there. And I think whether or not there has to be a heel turn or not, I do think that they will get in each other's way, right? And I think that's all
even
I
if it's
care.
friendly competition
Yeah,
that will bud into eventually a one-on-one, physical.
Absolutely.
So yeah, with Jade signing to SmackDown, you saw the vignette. She's gonna be debuting next week. She'll be on live on SmackDown. So yeah, they're setting it up that it could potentially be like they're outnumbered and Jade beats the save. That could be her big debut, so it's definitely possible.
Let's see if Jade do the Rhea. You know what I'm saying? When somebody getting their ass beat, you still gotta with your pose before you come down there. Bianca was get her ass towed up by Charlotte in real life.
Gotta get my shit off first, Listen, man. I still gotta do that. You gotta talk to that.
Let's keep it with the women and let's move it to your baby NXT, right? Roxanne Perez, what you think about it?
I love it.
I think she copying Cora a little bit. I need Cora to show. I wish Cora wasn't hurt. I wish Cora showed like she's like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like I need Cora to show up and be like,
I think they all are like AJ Lee's sons or daughters, I should say. I think they're all copies of AJ Lee, honestly. But they're talented and they're doing it well. I think Roxanne needs to find her own lane, but at the end of the day, her title was taken from her, and she never got a chance to get it back fairly. She had the Cuban chick come in and cash in her breakout tournament contract in the middle of her championship match. So her and Lyra Valkyrie
breakout star. If we don't know her name,
I knew it like about a week ago, and now I forgot it again. But I like how she looks. I mean, she's and she's doing that her dances and shit. I like that. I forgot the name. I can't believe I forgot it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
All I'm saying is we know majority of the breakout superstars' names because it was actually breaking. I mean, it was Jordan Miles. Oh yes. Fuck what I was talking about. Aiden Parker is next. For sure. For sure.
Listen, I can spot talent a mile away. And I spotted her before she even had a match, bro. I sent her to you in the group chat. I remember I sent her. She was like, I was like, no, this is I sent it to you in a group chat, and I was like, yo, this is who Jada Parker is, and I was like, wow, yeah, that was some serious talent, bro.
Is that just spotting talent? Just go to her Instagram page.
Come on, now. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, that's all you need to do.
Oh man, yo, Jada Parker, Jakara Jackson, Lash Legend, they are the new wave, my guy. As we just talked about Jade, Naomi, and Bianca over there at WrestleMania level, NXT got they stand and deliver right there, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Stand and deliver, indeed. They're not. they got some joints down there, man.
Oh my
for
God,
sure.
bro! I got married at the right time in Orlando. Because my lord, you know,
I'm not married. I gotta move back. Anyways, shout out to Roxanne Perez. I think I think she should get the championship. Like Lyra Valkyrie's cool, but I think you can get more.
She's alright, but she's not real. You know what I'm saying?
Cool, but I think you can get more with Roxanne as a champion right now. In my opinion, I mean, maybe somebody else as a top heel they want to go after Lyra to take the title off of her. Yeah, shout out to Trick Williams. Honestly, Trick is doing his thing. Seems like he put on some muscle, like a freaking real quickly.
Sure.
So I think that he has a look. He has the presence, and obviously they're pushing him as such. Respectfully, to me, that's the biggest match of Stand and Deliver. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. That even though it doesn't have no title on the line, that is the main event in my eyes.
It's the story. It's the story. It's the story of NXT. The thread of NXT of 2.0 through the 2.0 of what the rebrand was. Carmelo was the wave. Him and Braun Breaker, and Carmelo took that wagon, hitched it to his ass, and then motherfucking clipped another motherfucking wagon to Trick Willie, and Trick Willie unhooked himself. And that's a wonderful story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, brother, like we coasted NXT and rose together. I was in my own buggy. You ain't dragged me, my guy. Like you brought me onto the scene, and when we had to start pedaling uphill, my nigga, my legs worked. You know what I'm saying? So I like this story, and I think Trick can lead and be the guy of NXT. I need Trick and Ilya to really finish the story. That's another finish in the story situation. I don't know what the fuck we're doing, Tony D.
He lost. Trick lost.
Yeah, but I mean, Trick has to win the NXT title, bro.
Eventually, yeah, but
I think it has to be off of Ilya, though.
Listen, man. All right, maybe. I'm not feeling Tony D'Angelo. I'll be honest with you. I've never been a fan. So I'm down with Trick getting another shot after this. No hate on Tony and them, but they're doing their thing. But I just can't gravitate to the character. It seems kind of like I don't know, like a character. A character.
It's a character. It's a character.
Yeah.
It's a character. It's not like I mean, Dijak looks like a character. Dijak is a character, but we see people like Dijak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a real life Dijak. It ain't no real life D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo, we see on TV. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I don't vibe with Dijak either. You know, like I don't think any of these guys can touch Oba family. Like right now, like
I don't know what the fuck them country niggas. I don't know what that. I don't know why. I don't know what he too big. Let me use some white people term. You too big for your britches, boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck you were doing, talking about I want the biggest, baddest nigga. You better go to the goddamn adoption clinic, get you a dog, the biggest, baddest person in the yard. Fuck wrong with you?
To be quite honest, Oba Femi is the guy who should be taking the title off of Ilya down the line, in my mind. And this is not like just my favoritism. He fits the bill of a guy who's an NXT champion. Wait,
is this bigger? Is this Book and Black? Are we doing Book and Black right now?
Yeah. Okay. Juan Jackson says Oba Femi needs to get called up as soon as possible. Book and Black, Oba Femi. Let's go right now. So we got different avenues for Oba Femi. Right now he's North American champion. He's gonna be facing Dijak and Briggs in probably a triple threat match at Stand and Deliver. I think he should win that. He cannot lose his title to those guys.
Fuck no.
I don't think he should get called up right away. I think he should be the staple for NXT for the next year. I think that there's like the roster is so stacked on the main roster right now that it's possible within the Braun Breaker getting called up, within Carmelo obviously getting called up after Stand and Deliver. Then you got the women's side of things with Jade Cargill there. Let these niggas cook a little bit up there, and then bring Oba in a year later, or or even a year and a half. But I think Oba can really be the staple for NXT, the leader. And I think him and Ilya can have a really standout match, like a real breakout, a really good match, to like put them on the map, put him on the map.
They did have a little, kind of chemistry, intensity. I would say on screen intensity when they met on screen together. Oba and Ilya last time we saw him. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time we saw him. You know what I mean? So I do agree with you on that. I think with Oba, I agree. He should not lose that title to Dijak or Briggs. I do think he should be a mainstay for NXT for some time. I think he should lose the title to Wes Lee. I think when Wes comes back, when Wes is healthy, shout out to Brother Wes. Shout out to my Brother Wes. I just shot him a text a couple of weeks ago. He's doing pretty good. Happy as hell for me. He's getting as healthy as he can be. Right. So I think that's the best thing that we can say right now.
Sure.
But I will say that coming back, the fire that he can have, and I know that he probably will be beyond the NXT North American Championship, in a short time. But if we're talking about Sammy and the Intercontinental Championship run with Gunther and everything like that, because I think West kind of fits the same bill down there, where he can win a North American Championship, and then that's when we talk about we see Oba and Ilya. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. I think when we talk about Trick and Wes Lee, I think Wes should be on the same type of time that Bianca's on, right? When he comes back, right? Like Carmelo and Trick, you know what I mean? Wasn't really they weren't the best of friends, right? I think that we kind of should be able to kind of have a little history with them too. So I think the growth of NXT. Oh wow, Ilya and Gunther. Are we trying to move Ilya up once Ilya lose to Oba? Is that what we talking about? Okay. Listen, by the time Ilya shows up to the main roster, Gunther should be a world champion, and I think that will be an introduction that people will forever remember.
I think the next couple, I think the next year in NXT should be centered around Ilya, Trick, Oba, and Wes as like the main event. And then you got Lexus King, who's also around. So the North American Championship and NXT Championship, between those men are the guys who I think are real stars who can make it, make those championships something. However, Ilya is that dude. He's so good that I could see him getting called up middle of the year and competing against Gunther for sure. Like, I don't see Gunther losing the championship at WrestleMania. I don't. I mean, and if Cody wins the championship, I don't see him losing it to Gunther right away. So Gunther might have an NL championship reign that lasts another year, to be honest with you. So I'm just be prepared. So yes, I can see Ilya coming in and challenging him for the Intercontinental Championship.
Nah, brother, where the fuck is SummerSlam at? Where's Backlash at, nigga? This nigga Chad Gable gotta win, nigga. Fuck that. Hold on, let me see where Backlash gonna be at this year. France. Ooh, bro. C'est la pourquoi?
Yeah.
This shit gonna be in France. All right. Okay. These niggas, Australia, Philadelphia, France, Cleveland. What the fuck type of traveling agent these niggas got? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's stupid.
Damn, are you shitting on the travel schedule, man?
Bro, hold on. Did you not hear what I said? These niggas went from Tampa and Royal Rumble, okay, Then these niggas said, okay, we gonna go to Australia. Then we gonna go to Philly. Then we gonna go to France. Then we going to Cleveland? Like what?
Where Cleveland's Money in the Bank?
Cleveland is SummerSlam, bro. I'm about to cry. I'm
Oh
gonna cry.
no. I didn't know SummerSlam was in Cleveland. Oh shit. Man. That's crazy.
Yo,
SummerSlam's in Cleveland. They must have been
hey,
Cleveland is happy.
Cleveland, bro.
Like,
Like,
yes, we got SummerSlam. Like, yo, they were yeah. All right, man.
Money in the Bank is in Toronto.
Toronto, that's cool. I like that.
So these niggas, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro. These niggas is like,
I mean, they're trying to do more international shows, so I get it. Toronto, France, Australia. So, but the Cleveland and SummerSlam, that's the one that surprised me the most.
Nigga, Cleveland is international. Nigga, who the fuck? That shit like Bulgaria. No disrespect to Miro.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, what a segment to AEW. Listen, AEW doing some really good stuff. I guess this is where we defer in our conversation, right? We've been kind of like tag teams, right, for the first hour, and now it's time for us to wrestle each other. So, where do you see AEW right
now? Yo, shout out to Mercedes Moné.
Come on.
Keep doing
Come on. Keep it a B.
I think Mercedes Moné is doing incredible. I like her a lot. And I think that what she's doing with Willow, continuing their story from outside of the company, is smart way to introduce her to AEW. I like Okada and what he's doing. Will Ospreay got the crown in the palm of his hands. It's cool shit.
You said Okada and what he's doing.
Give me one. I don't want to breeze through all that stuff, but okay. Here's the thing. At the freaking cost of Eddie Kingston, Okada is now Continental Champion. Now, if there is somebody to defeat Eddie Kingston, hey, Okada is that dude. My thing is, why is it just on a random Dynamite? Like, why couldn't this been at the whole build this up until? Because I think they want Pac Okada at that show that's happening in a couple weeks.
Yes.
But then Eddie Kingston just chopped liver. Like, what the fuck?
No. What do you mean? No.
He's held the my thing is this: you have a guy hold the championship since his incarnation for 3 to 2 months. 2 months because and the tournament ended in January, right? So. January, February.
Let's just say 3 months. Let's just round up and say 3 months.
Whatever. Yeah,
3 months, about a quarter.
And then he drops it before a big show to give it to somebody else for them to have a big match. Like, where's his all right, send off moment of like, hey man, I put this title on. They kind of like he's like an afterthought. That's why I think in this whole situation.
Why would you think? I mean, you can have. Okay, I would say this. You can have the way you think. First off, I won't because that just.
Don't get me wrong. Okada and Pac is gonna slap, bro. I can't wait. But come on now, Eddie Kingston, man.
But how you said it though. Okay, okay. Again, yes, you. I'm just trying to figure out what it is that is for a big show. Okada and Pac is going to be a better match, right? Stylistically. And you also know that Eddie going under to Okada is not the worst thing that can possibly happen to a wrestler, right? Of course, we're talking about Eddie's having a big send-off and whatever. Bro, he had a televised match with Okada, a televised championship match that they beat the dog shit out of each other, right? Like it wasn't like Okada came in and bitched him out. They had a hard fought championship match on television, and it wasn't like that. You clicked off. You clicked off.
No, I know. I'm being a little bit biased. I'll be honest with you. I'm a big Eddie Kingston fan. I just think that, man, damn, that's like he kind of like won the championship with this big hurrah. Now it's over already, you know.
I look at it like this: and this may not have the same correlation to it, but we're big Miz guys, right?
Are we?
And in the same, well, I am. I will say this: I'm part of the Miz hive, so I will speak for myself, and I will put it in this context. The work that the Miz done is undervalued and underrated, just like Eddie, just in some type of in a vacuum like Eddie Kingston. When the Miz reinvented himself and won his championship, his second championship, Money in the Bank, cashing off with Drew McIntyre, the way that I feel the same way that Eddie Kingston won his title, that's that in all the three titles in the promoter, and that's us saying you have done the work. This is, but Miz, you gotta drop the title to Bobby on Raw, on TV, because Bobby's going to WrestleMania to face Drew, because that's a bigger match on a bigger show. Thank you for adding a stat to your fucking pad, right? You are now 2-time champion. Eddie Kingston, you are first ever champion, held it for 3 months or through whatever long as. Thank you. We did not do you dirty. We did not do you any type of way. Because I can tell you one thing.
Hey, man.
Okada and Pac, like you said, it ain't just gonna slap. It's gonna make niggas buy the show.
True.
You know, that's it's not just gonna be a better match. It's a for sure legit draw.
You are hitting the facts, and I know these things. It's just
for sure.
Our guy Eddie Kingston, now he has only 2 championships that are both irrelevant.
But this goes back to the Tony Storm situation, right? If Tony doesn't lose the championship, we don't get timeless Tony Storm. We don't get this all-time classic. He loses to Okada. He cuts a promo. Did you see it?
No.
He cut a second promo on Chicken, Mark Briscoe. And it was like, hey, Mark, I know I said before I was going to give you this title match because out of respect, I respect you. I love you. You know, you deserve it. But after me losing this championship to Okada, I got a call from Homicide. And Homicide was what happened to the Eddie Kingston that I love, the one that gouged eyes out and raked faces and was like, so I got to give you that in Philly. I gotta bring that back to you. So the loss, as you say, now he only has 2 championships. He can't now lose this championship because they have 1, right? But if we talk about storytelling and the buildup of Eddie Kingston, and then now the deterioration of Eddie Kingston.
No, you gotta bring into
like you say, Eddie Kingston deserves the AEW championship run. He can't be AEW champion with all those goddamn belts hanging off him. And it's no endearing quality factor if he's already a champion or he's at the quote-unquote top of the mountain when he's chasing. I think the best.
You're right. 100%. I think that we're gonna get more out of him from this. And when I watched the match, and I'm like, oh, it's just like on Dynamite, he just loses. It wasn't the main event. It was like in the middle of the show. Like it was
a good match. It was a hard-hitting good match.
I enjoyed it.
Did you think? I'm assuming that you thought it was going to be like
Hey, I'm not sure what's going on. We're having some technical difficulties right now. But yeah, I when it comes to Eddie Kingston's presence in AEW, I'm a big fan. I think that he deserves more prominent roles. But hey, listen, he's in the middle of the card. He had to drop his title, and then you have essentially, Pac just roll right over him to challenge Okada, which I thought was I wouldn't say uneventful, but I would say that it was almost looking at Eddie Kingston as an afterthought. Now he does have to use this to capitalize off the emotion of losing his championship and bring that to a place where essentially it motivates to keep the other one, like as Chris was saying. All right, 1 second. But moving along, we also had on AEW the situation like we mentioned with Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale. Let's chat about that real quick. Hey, he's back. We are back.
Yeah, man. I think my shit died.
Mine did too. We were off completely. We lost our entire audience in a matter of like 3 seconds. But man, let's just wrap it up. Yeah, with the Willow Nightingale beef with Sasha or Mercedes, excuse me. Looks like they're surrounding the TBS Championship division.
Yes.
So Mercedes, Willow, Chris Statlander, obviously she came in for the save against Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Willow Nightingale had a chair though, and it looked like she was about to hit Mercedes before she turned around and said, "Hey, you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me? You gonna hit me with that chair?" And Willow didn't do it, so she walked out on her. She's like, "All right, I see you." So, like you said before we got on the pod, you were like, "Is it like I'm gonna get her before she gets me?" type of thing. I wonder where this is gonna pivot with Willow, because I don't want to see Willow as a heel. I don't. I think Willow is great as a babyface. So, is she gonna be forced into this like heel persona, or like, because why would she even tease hitting her with the chair in the first place? You injure her in the first place. Like, you should be the one like saying, like, she should be the one about to hit you with a chair. Like if it was the other way around, where Mercedes had the chair and she was like about to hit Willow and she turned around like, "Oh, you're gonna hit me?" And she's like, "Oh, no. I would have liked that better, personally."
Yeah, I think excuse me. I think with Willow and Mercedes, damn, you got me doing it now. I think with Willow and Mercedes that the storytelling has to be built on it has to be built on I know you, right? Or I know of you type thing, right? Because we can well, I've heard of you, I know of you. I know like that you are not someone that I befriend, right? I know that I do what's right. As you say, Willow's a great baby face. I do what's right. I don't like those girls. They jumping you. I got some business with them bitches. I'll come. But I know you know in the back of your mind, like you just said, I hurt you. I almost took this away from you. So I gotta keep my head on type shit.
But my thing is, head on a swivel type of thing would be better if Sasha or Mercedes had the chair in that situation. Then it's like, oh, are you still holding that grudge? But right now, it's like, yo, Willow, you already almost ended this woman's career, and then you're gonna try to do it again with this fucking chair? How dare you? That's how it looks to me. It's like, how dare you even tease hitting her with a chair after you almost ended her career? She should be upset with you,
I think I don't know. It's a bit. It looks a bit where I have to let it play out because I don't want to say it's convoluted. Also, for the simple fact that let's go back from what we're talking about. Willow, Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, Blue Sky had one hell of a fucking tag match.
Yeah, true.
That match was phenomenal, right? And Blue Sky, again, someone we talked about.
Sky Blue?
A Sky Blue, Blue Sky. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
You know,
I'm asking for real.
I mean, I don't know who this nigga is. You feel me? But I do know that I was very much a fan. I was a fan of Sky Blue or Blue Sky. You know what I'm saying? Whatever her name is, because I thought she had potential, and I like the character switch. I like the alignment with Julia Hart. I also like what she falls in the elk of Anna Jay and Ty Conti and the bunny. And like, hey, we're just gonna be crazy white girls and just throw caution to the wind because hell yeah and hell yeah, that match fucking rocked, bro. Like that match was fucking awesome. And so when we talk about the intertwinedness, like you say, of the TBS championship with Chris Statlander, Willow, Julia, or now Mercedes. You know, I definitely think that I like that. I didn't know that Mercedes was going to be in the TBS championship situation. But shout out to the AEW women's division, right? Where you got Thunder Rosa still there, Deonna Purrazzo, who we thought was going to get bumped from her spot, who's still present, having tag team matches against the women's champion Toni Storm and Mariah May, ain't that her name? So, like, the women are stacked in every company, bro. Right? Oh, ROH, fucking Athena, Karashita, Queen of Emanata, who we fucking brought up again, was like, yo, look out for her. She's in the fucking finals of the ROH TV title picture with Queen Amanata in the finals. So what I'm saying, every women's division is and like I said, the ROH women got both women's championship, got a story, got people that we want to see evolve in there. We talk about AEW from the TBS championship to women's championship, NXT, the tag division building. We don't know what they're doing between the women, and then Raw Smack. Bro, it's lit right now.
Speaking of women, did you hear that there was a entire roster walkout in Stardom? The entire roster walked out, bro. They're on strike.
No, what happened with that? Did you notice what's going on? Let me see if that was Stardom walk out. No, let me see. Let me see what we're talking about here. Stardom confirmed departure of 5 wrestlers at the end of March. Stardom officially announced the departure of 5 wrestlers, all of whom will be finishing up with the company in the coming weeks. This is from Yahoo Sports. I'm sorry, it's from Yahoo.com entertainment section, and the article comes from WrestleZone. Troy Gonzalez. I'm giving everybody they goddamn credit around here. Okay, so Stardom did put out a tweet, and it's some names that I do not know how to pronounce. Okay, so I will not. Julia's there, yes. Mia Sakurai. Oh, okay. Yuzuki. Utami. I am not familiar with that last name. Okay, so anyway, we can Google Stardom walkout. You can put up the same thing I did. Please don't have me be out here looking foolish. The report states that the final appearance of 2 of the women will be with the company at on April 12th. The remaining talent listed above will wrap up with Stardom on March 31st. Despite their impending departure, Stardom wishes their fans to look forward to these women's future endeavors upon their exit. Everybody's been talking about Julia's been going to WWE for quite some time now. So I guess that's pretty much a WrestleMania after WrestleMania type of situation. Since her last show is going to be April 12th, WrestleMania is April 6th and 7th or 7th, 8th, whatever it can be. No, man, you brought that. That was news to me. So I had no idea about that. You gotta turn your mic on.
Not just those women, but there was a mass walkout. I'll get more information on it next week and bring it to you. But yeah, there was a mass walkout due to certain things with the president of the company. But we'll move on from that because I don't have all the details. I don't want to misinform you guys. But keep in mind, there's a lot of women's wrestling out there, so just to keep your nose to the ground on that. Other than that, AEW. Swerve and Samoa Joe doing their thing. We'll see how that evolves. I'm not sure if you have anything comments on that. I think that Swerve showing aggression. I appreciate that because he's gonna need that with Samoa Joe, and he's taking it personal how Samoa Joe choked him out and stood on top of his body. I love that. And he's bringing that chain to choke him out. So I we'll see how that evolves. Adam Cole is disappointed in Wardlow, as we all are and should be. We'll see how that develops going forward because they got to figure out how to rehabilitate Wardlow again. So yeah, Chris, they didn't do the same thing they did with Tony and Swerve with Wardlow. So that's an L. That's what I was worried about. But
it's a massive.
It's a massive L. I was worried. I don't trust these guys yet. I mean, but we'll see where it goes.
Hey, hopefully. Shout out to Metro Future. They don't trust you.
Hey, we don't trust you.
You're the biggest fan, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We do not trust you, AEW. They got to earn it, man. Other than that, I'm not going to touch too much on things because we got the tag tournament going on. We'll see how that develops over time. So we'll just keep tuned. Oh yeah, TNT champion Adam Copeland. Haven't finished the match, but shout out to Adam Copeland and Christian putting on a I Quit match for the fans out there. And just tearing it up in Toronto, So good shit.
Shout out to best friends doing shit together, man. It's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Teamwork makes the dream work.
What you got for the rest of the day, brother? I need you to take an L with Madden so I can lead the division at 1-1. But outside of that, what you got going on?
I know you just said that because you said that I'm gonna have to just destroy them. Just because you said that. But before we get out of here, there's rumors of MJF potentially being at WrestleMania. I do not believe that shit at all. But Chris told me there is some reason to believe that there might be a difference. There might be something to it because of. Go ahead and just tell them what you saw.
Oh no! Oh shit! Damn, I lost the article. Let me put it back up. MJF WrestleMania. Okay, yeah, I saw I saw some stuff saying that MJF, you try to if you went on AEW.com, try to buy some merch from MJF, it's not available. So with that being said, last time that kind of happened, I think I was with CM Punk, and we poo-poo him being at Survivor Series because he's like, nah, that's silly, so we're kind of doing the same thing with MJF at WrestleMania, like, nah, that's silly. If
I don't see it happening. MJF is not CM Punk, just to be honest. I love MJF, but he ain't CM Punk.
I understand. Yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying is the point of the matter is that if he don't resign, he don't resign, right? And like, what if MJF shows up and The Rock, again, the check signer, right? And there's no bloodline involved, but MJF comes because somebody from the bloodline tried to break the rules, and who comes out? Oh, what MJF? Oh, you got to be on Cody's side, and he turns on Cody, and MJF and Cody instantly is hot. Instantly is hot.
Fancy booking that like
I just smoked the whole thing.
No, I mean it'll be cool. It'll be cool, bro. Like honestly, yeah, it'll be cool. But it's not happening. Like like it'll be so cool, but it ain't happening. Even MJF coming to WWE, period, it won't be at WrestleMania. I think that he would night after WrestleMania, maybe, or I don't think he'll be at WrestleMania.
Why?
Because the audience doesn't know who MJF is. We don't know him. We don't know him. Like we know him because we watch AEW, but like not everybody watches AEW. So we don't know who he is. Him coming in and interfering in the main event of the night, of the entire weekend. I don't see that. I don't see him getting that spot right away just off of his history with Cody.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think if he shows, if he's the newest, biggest signee, I don't know. You say night after WrestleMania, okay.
If they sign him, that's if they sign him, because I don't know if that's going to happen. But if there is some smoke to the fire that is all his merchandise is down, then damn, that's a huge hit for AEW in my mind. I think that's like a shoe-in guy you resign of one of your guys that's a homegrown talent. Like it's like the Jets getting rid of letting Bryce Huff walk out the door. It's like, how do you let this happen? Like you don't let MJF just walk out the door. So I will talk more about that when we find more confirmation on this story, but I don't want to speculate too much because I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, which is not true.
That's true. I mean, I completely understand you on that. So I think with that being said, is that how lame is it for us to say, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah. I know it's lame, but it's the truth. All right, let's just wrap it up. Let's get out of here. My teeth is killing me. My face is killing me. I gotta get some medication.
All right, brother. Well, shit. That's it, right? We got anything else? We good to go?
I think that's all. If anything, we can hop on live and bring it to you guys straightforward. But I think that's all we got for this week. But yeah, that's it, man. All's love. Everything is wrestling, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yes, next week. Peace.
Peace.